So I stayed here at the Melville shelter last night. I put my hammock up down that little trail not far away. There was several people here, mostly that stayed at the shelter the night before. It was kind of a cool shelter. Had a nice table inside. Getting a late start. It's right at 12 o'clock. And you'll be shocked to know this, but I'm the last one leaving. I'm going to do 12.8 miles today. It come a torrential thunderstorm about 5:30. It lasted till like 9 o'clock. I mean, it was like lightning would light up my tarp, and at the same time thunder would hit so hard, you could feel it. It was insane. So, did not get an early start. Did not want to start in that junk. But everything stayed dry. Tarp did well, so I'm getting a start now. Was entertaining going 17 miles, but I think daylight will not allow it, so I'm just going to do the 12.8. And we'll see what there is to see along the way. Well, this is Saturday, August the 8th, 2020. And it is trail day number 55. So I've been hiking for 55 days so far. So we made it about a half a mile. It was all uphill, but nothing steep, so a decent little view. Still burning off the fog and clouds, but the breeze is nice. It's a little more humid today than it's been being. It's still in the high 70s. But the breeze feels so good. So we're almost to the top of the uphill, and then we kind of got a long gradual downhill. A little bit of a view that way. So far I'm liking Vermont. Alright, that's it for the uphill. Now we get to go downhill for a little bit. So we're in the wilderness. I forget what the sign said, but it's been fairly rocky since we got here. But these are the big smooth rocks that, for the most part, they don't move when you step on them. I think I've had two that moved. I figured after the rain it'd be super muddy today, but so far it's just been super rocky. Kind of have to step carefully because all these rocks are wet. One good slip and fall, that would not feel good. spoke too soon about the mud. So just came down through that. We gotta go through this. The rock moved, got my foot. That'll be alright. The water was cold too. Water sources are flowing good today. The trail is a river. It's probably a waterfall. I mean, it is roaring. But you can't see it. Yeah, I'm not carrying a whole lot of water today. I drank like 1.5 liters before I left camp, but with it being cooler, I'm not drinking as much, but I figured after the heavy rains there'd be an abundance of water. And so far, my figure has been right. I hope they got some rain down in New York, because that's where they really needed it at. Waterfall right over there. A small one, but well, so much for keeping the feet dry. It looks like the trail's right there. I do not see a blaze. So before I stroll across this thing, I'm going to check out, just make sure that there's not a trail going anywhere else. They got this rope strung across, give you something to kind of hang on to. success. But the benefits of wearing tacos. A decent little view. I think we're at the top of the mountain. It said it was a wooded summit. So, if so, we're at the top of Little Pond Mountain. We may be at the top of Porcupine Ridge. Yeah, my altimeter says 2,797. Porcupine Ridge is 2,816, so I guess we're at Porcupine Ridge. So mile marker 1618. We started at 16:15 at 12 o'clock and it's 1:30, so not bad. So this is the wooded summit of Little Pond Mountain. It's been a nice trail up. It's pretty much like this. Not bad at all. But I need to take a break, need a snack, drink some water. Been 5 miles in 2.5 hours. Yeah, because it was right at 12 when I left camp. It's 2:30 now, so not too bad. Consider most of it was uphill. So, yep, break time. Gonna sit right here on this nicely situated rock. So this is the trail we're going up. And that's the trail we just came up after the rock for lunch, which is 15 till 5 now. I was there at the lunch rock for like half hour or so. But had a decent downhill, kind of flat. And we've been going uphill for a while. It was kind of like a gradual uphill. And I was making good time, had a good pace. Almost got a little ahead of myself. I was like, looked down and saw my heart rate was over 150. But I was passing like several hikers. Not through hikers, they're just like weekend hikers. So nothing to really brag about, but I had to take a stop when I got to this steeper. I was like, I don't want to burn myself out before I get to the top. So we're almost to the Goddard shelter. I'm going to stop there and get some water. I just finished off what was in my hydration bladder, so there's 4 more miles after the shelter. So I got to get some water. But it's been a good day so far. We've done close to 7 miles in almost 5 hours and took 30 or so minutes off for lunch, so not too bad. I just passed the Gladsby, I think's how you say it, fire tower. I would have liked to went up and got the view, but there was a bunch of people up in the top. So I skipped it. As much as I hate to skip views, I didn't want to be in, it was kind of small, so I didn't want to be crammed in up there with a bunch of people. Oh, we got like 3.5 miles to go, and it's 6 p.m. So we should be there by 8:30. It's somewhere around there. So we've made good time today through Vermont. The trail's been good, muddy and rooty, but still able to make good time. So it's mostly downhill to the next shelter. A few little ups, but they're small and short, so it's not a lot for views in Vermont, but the terrain and the temperature is wonderful. So I'll make up for the views in the next state, which will be New Hampshire. And it seems like I'm getting my trail legs just in time too to get to New Hampshire. Which I know I'm not doing like 20-mile days, but I don't have to rub my feet at night anymore when I get to camp. My legs feel good, so tomorrow we're going to try to get up early, see if we can't get in a good day, because I'm kind of ahead of the game skipping Massachusetts, so I know there's going to be tough sections in Maine and New Hampshire that'll slow me down, so I'm going to try to not have to skip anything else. Just hike straight through. So that nice downhill ran out. We have this uphill. We've been kind of coming up through these mossy rocks for a little bit. Oh. It's not super steep, so and it shouldn't be very long. And then we get another little downhill stretch. There was 2 day hikers that passed. I can only assume they're going to the fire tower. And they had nothing with them, so I don't know where they came from. There's no road crossings or anything listed in the guidebook. I don't know how far they're planning on going, but hopefully they get there before dark. They were huffing and puffing up that hill worse than I do going up a hill like that with a full pack, so hopefully they'll make it. We should be, there's nothing to indicate my mileage in the AWOL between that lookout tower and the shelter, so I'm just guessing off the terrain. We're about halfway there. It's 10 till 7, so we should make it by 8 or a little after. I'm doing the last little bit down to the shelter. The Kid Gore shelter is the one I'm headed to. It's supposed to have a real good view. Good sunrises there. So maybe I can get up tomorrow and get a sunrise. That'd be something, wouldn't it? But it's a little after 7:15, so made good time on a 13-mile day. I feel pretty good. I think I've been able to get up and out of camp early this morning. I could have done a 17-mile day and made it to the shelter after this. I don't know. I'm cautious about getting too ambitious too quick.